60 years ago, our culture pushed back and said, I don't need a man.
30 years ago, it was, I don't want a man.
And today, it's what is a man?
In the past few decades, men have gone from being looked at like heroes to being looked at as total idiots and failures.
With the absence of fatherhood and strong male influence, I fear we are fostering perhaps the most aimless and confused generation within human history.
We are witnessing the unprecedented dismantling of manhood in our culture that has resulted in the deconstruction of family, of marriage, and of gender.
As goes the man, so goes the family. As goes the family, so goes the church. As goes the church, so goes the culture.
For far too long, the men of North County have been neutered spiritually, and it is time to reclaim what's rightfully ours in Christ.
Death exists because the first man was passive in the face of evil, and there's not a man who has ever lived that didn't face this manslayer. Do I confront evil, or do I let sin passively take over? Men are afraid of insignificance. Men are afraid of failure.
Lust has been the biggest manslayer of all time. It's the biggest factor to the Spirit of God not being shown and demonstrated in our church and in our culture.
I look around at a world full of men that are looking for a cause that they can give themselves to, a fight that they can engage in, and a battle that they're willing to die for.
Either we confront these manslayers now, or we lose the next generation of men.
We have to do something.
We need to act on this.
We can no longer be passive.
If we are going to demonstrate to our culture that biblical manhood is not obsolete, then we have to show them a masculinity that isn't toxic, but intoxicating.
To confront things, we need to attack them head on. This means we need to take the dragon and cut its head off.
God is calling us to change the course of the next generation, and that begins with intentional generational disciple making. I see men who are hungry and want to see a revolution of biblical manhood. You are the man that God has charged to stand fast in these evil days.
It's time to face your dragons.